Welcome to Zach's Tech Turf and my new series, Gaming on Sunday Morning, which is where I'm going to be checking out a new game every single Sunday morning for you guys. And last week on episode number 6, we checked out Line of Sight, and I highly recommend you guys go check that out. It's kind of like a PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds clone, but it's free. And I just checked on the Steam charts, and like 10,000 players are playing the game right now as we speak. So it's pretty popular, so that one was definitely a huge hit. This week in episode number 7, we're checking out Master X Master. So what is Master X Master? It is a MOBA, but with PvE elements. So MOBA being the online battle arena, multiplayer online battle arena. And that's like your League of Legends, your Dota 2, Heroes of the Storm. But like I said, there's a lot of PvE in it. So it actually has me quite interested. Now it is in closed beta, and I would say it's more open beta. If you go to the website right now and request access for the closed beta, it gives you access immediately, so it's pretty much open beta at this point. It is only until April 27th, so there's only a couple days left. So if you like what you see here in the gameplay that I'm about to show you, then I would highly recommend checking it out. Before we get knee deep into this review, I want to let you guys know that I'm sipping on some Columbia coffee with my Steelers mug. Make sure you guys let me know in the comment section what you're sipping on. I always love seeing what drinks you guys got. Some of them are actually pretty good, and I sometimes buy drinks based off of what you guys said. So don't forget to let me know. So like I said, this is in closed beta. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm actually not a big fan of MOBAs, specifically because I don't like to PvP all day. Sometimes I just want to chill out and take a break. And I love that this has a lot of PvE elements to it. It is created by NCSoft, which are the creators of Blade and Soul, Ion, Lineage 2, and unfortunately WildStar. So they've been around for a while. They kind of have a somewhat negative rep. I mean, some of their games are great, but like WildStar kind of tanked. But anyway, I digress on that. There's no official release date for this game yet, which is very unfortunate. It said, the website said that this closed beta, all your progression will be wiped in, oh, I forget what it said. It said in preparation for the launch. So hopefully that means the launch is coming soon. I'm definitely going to be playing this game when it releases. It's kind of unfortunate that all of our progress will be wasted here, but that's why I didn't spend too much time on it. So this is a great idea if you want to learn how to play the game, if you're thinking about playing it during launch, so I encourage you to check this out. So the system requirements for this game before we jump in are super low. It said something like an i5 processor, like it didn't even give a specific one. It just said 4 gigabytes of RAM and like a really low graphics card. You should be able to play this. As long as you can play something simple like Dota 2 or League of Legends, then you should be okay. So I'm not going to dive into that too much. So like usual, we're going to take a quick tour around the main menu here. This is your opening screen, I should say. You can zoom out and you can actually see who else is in the opening screen. Let's get somewhere a little bit more popular here. You have your profile, your challenges for the day, which is really cool. I actually like these daily, weekly, and monthly challenges that you can do every day. It gives you kind of like some sort of progression throughout the day, the week, the month. It shows you like what you should be doing basically. Here are all the masters. Now, just like in League of Legends and Dota 2, this game is free to play. You will be able to buy these masters with real money, and you can unlock them all with in-game currencies. Some are actually a little bit harder to earn. Like towards the bottom here, it shows like you have to do quests to do them, which is actually pretty cool. And there's also a weekly rotation for a couple masters, so you can try them all out eventually. Right now, I think they just added this. The last couple days of this closed beta, all the masters are open. You have this little symbol here that shows that they're on the weekly rotation, but they all have that now, so we could try out all of them. The cool thing about these masters is they're kind of cameo appearances from other NCSoft titles. Like here you can see, let me find them. There's Ritlock from Guild Wars 2. Some of these are made up completely for this game, and then there's a character from Ion. I don't know most of these people. I don't play these games. There's a guy from WildStar, so that's pretty cool if you're a fan. I know Guild Wars 2 is really the only one that I played a lot, and I know Ritlock's the only one on there. I tried him out and I hated him. He's like a melee skirmisher type guy. Wasn't a real big fan. So, moving on from that, we have your community tab, your inventory tab. The inventory tab kind of brings me to the only negative I find about this game. And there's just too many items and currencies right now. I've seen some other reviewers say this, but there's a lot of systems in place for this game. Here you can see there's 3 currencies up here, and that's just on the main screen. I'm not a big fan. There's too many items. There's called these nodes. There's materials so you can craft support equipment and stuff like that. It got too confusing. Like, honestly, I just want to jump in and play. It might be better for the future. Give it more some long-term end game. You know, you want to grind materials and stuff through the different stages and whatnot. So we can only see about that. I wasn't a big fan of how many items are. You win items at the end of every stage. Down here, you'll see that there's a manufacturer / exchange, so you can create style tokens, so you can get skins for your heroes and stuff like that. There's just a lot of stuff here. There's your guide, your options. Up here you have a daily activity tracker, which I really like. It shows you how much you should be playing every day. And then if you hit 100%, it'll give you some rewards. And it gives you rewards every like 25%. Here I've only played 2% for the day. This is actually my second recording of this. My memory card completely dumped everything about an hour ago. So this is the second time I'm recording this. So hopefully I remember to hit all my main points here. So we pretty much covered the main interface here. We're going to go to dispatch. I'm going to show you the modes. There's PvE and PvP. In the PvP modes, aka arena, there's a 3v3, just combat arena, and then a 5v5 called Titan Ruins. Now the 5v5 is pretty much your standard Dota 2 MOBA, you know, League of Legends. There's 3 lanes, 5v5s, you follow your creeps, you let the creeps kill the watchtowers, and then eventually the enemy core. They do have some interesting mechanics in here. You can spawn titans, which it's kind of like the concept, I think, of like Titanfall 2, where kind of, I guess, oh, sorry about that. Kind of like where you can spawn a big titan, you can eventually control it. I don't think it's too overwhelming, but that's just PvP, and I'm not a big fan of that, like I said. I do, however, like the new 3v3 combat arena. I'm going to jump into that in just a second, but it's basically just 3v3 fight to the death. The games only take 5 minutes, and that's it. Like, there's no lanes or anything. It's just one big arena. I'll talk to you more about that once we get into that. But the other PvE side is stages. Now, there's a story or easy mode where you can just hit random stage. You can choose to go through all these once they're unlocked. But I've been just doing easy mode, and I've jumped into a couple normal modes now. Going back to the dispatch, there's also your tutorial. There's mini games that they randomly do. It's kind of like Tavern Brawl in Hearthstone, how it's different every week, or like right now there's not even one. There's a schedule for it. And there's a couple extra modes here. We're going to jump into a random stage. We'll go in easy mode. And I'm going to bring you to the next point, which may throw you off a little bit. But you choose 2 heroes everywhere you go, not just one. And this creates some huge controversy. Like, you need to really think deep down what kind of style you want to play here. I'm going to choose my favorite characters, which is this girl, I don't even know how to pronounce that name, and Lua. So, it creates some interesting topics for conversation. Do you want to go just 2 of the same style character, like 2 melee characters? Or do you want like a really cool combination, like a CC and then a burst guy for some like ultimate combination? You could go with like a tank and a melee assassin. You can go with a healer and then a DPS, or just all support classes. Whatever. There's a lot to experiment with, and it gives you a lot of options, which I'm actually a really big fan of, despite me not even being a real big fan of MMOs. Or MOBAs. And then another thing that I really like is you're about to see here. Yes, it's WASD controls, which I really like. There is the option to do the standard points a click, and I don't really think too many people do that. You have your cursor here, which is where you control your aim. Most characters will have some sort of overheating feature where you can't hold down your left click attack for long. This is kind of hard to talk into the camera. and aim at the same time. But I really prefer the WASD, and then this character specifically doesn't have overheating, which is really, really nice. Oh no, this one does, the other one doesn't. So to switch characters, all you hit is scroll up or down on the scroll wheel, just like this, and boom, I'm her, Lua. So each character has their own health pool, so whenever you're about to die in one, you just switch over to the other. Now when you switch back, they're still going to be low health if that's how you switched them, so it's not like an instant health boost. I think there's like a 12-second timer or cooldown when you can switch heroes. You can't just constantly be switching back and forth. And this is what the PvE looks like. I'm just going to keep going through. I guess I have to destroy this. You just go through the different stages. It gives you a little bit of lore, but not too much. Like, I didn't even read it for that one. But it's a lot of fun. You'll see here that this stage is probably only going to last like maybe 5 minutes. At the end of this, we will have to defeat a boss. Here, I'll give you a little showing of the different spells. Like, here's my Q spell, and then I'll show you my ultimate, which is key R. Boom. Probably shouldn't waste on just that, but that's what my ultimate looks like for this character. I'll switch over to the other one so I can show you that eventually. But yeah, we're just going to navigate through this PvE stage. I'm a huge fan of this because, especially on easy mode, I'm assuming it's going to get way harder in the harder modes. But I like how simple and relaxing this game is. I feel like I could watch some TV or watch some Netflix or Hulu and whatnot, or YouTube especially, while I play this. I'm a huge fan. You definitely can't do that when you're playing something like Dota 2 or League of Legends or whatnot. So we're just going to try and blast through here real quick because I do want to show you what the bosses look like. So another part of this game, let's see, there I overheated. Another part of this game is there's 3 different elements, I think. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but here you'll see this little fire icon here. It's not actually fire, but there's 3 of them, and they look like fire, water, and grass, just like Pokemon. And it's that basic rock, paper, scissors style where one of them has a strength over the other, one's weak against the other. I don't know the names, but the fire one beats the grass looking one, the grass one beats the water looking one, and the water one beats the fire one. So I know they're not fire, grass, and water. I'm really glad that they kept the combinations the same as Pokemon, or basically just real life common sense, you know, like water can put out fire. So that's another thing to keep in mind when you're picking your two like your hero combination. Do you want to go with the same and then just hope that your enemy has the opposite, or do you want to mix it up? That way you can cover more grounds, but at the same time, then you only have one good character that has a strength over another one. So there's just a lot to think about, a lot of complexity to this game, and I think this is going to be the boss area. So I get real excited about these bosses. I don't know why, like they're not anything too intense, but it's just fun. I'm a huge fan of the graphic style and even the sound for this game. We hear I'm about to pour into the boss. I just like the entire. See, there's the rock, paper, scissors style right there. I don't remember what they're called, but I'm a huge fan of the audio and the art style. It's a fun game to watch. I feel like if this game had more popularity, it would like really blow up on Twitch. It's very appeasing to the eyes. I have a lot of fun with it. So here's the boss battle. What I'm going to do, it's a fire type, so if I switch over to here and go water, then I will have a slight advantage over it. I'm not exactly sure like if it will even tell you that, like hey, like you're doing double damage or whatnot. I'm not exactly sure what the benefits are, but this is basically it. As soon as I kill this guy, hopefully, we're going to jump into the 3v3 arena real quick, and I'll show you that. I'm not going to really show you the 5v5 just because it is that standard like Dota 2. I explained it. The 5v5 3-lane Titan Ruins, it's not that interesting to me. I know that's probably where everyone is probably going to be playing this game, honestly. But here we'll see at the end stage, you're going to see all these items that I'm about to earn. We also have a grade here, which is kind of cool. It shows you how well you actually did. But here's all these items, which, again, I'm not a huge fan of. Maybe maybe you guys will, maybe you like the extra complexity of this, but this just isn't really my style. I don't even understand how this works. It just gives me all these items, I guess. I'm gonna hit complete here and then return to bridge. And then we're gonna jump into a 3v3 arena. I would do it against other players, but we are crunched for time. And there is a little bit of a, like a queue to jump in with other players. We're getting towards the end of the closed beta. So I don't think a lot of people are playing this. So I'm just gonna add some AI bots here, just so I can show you exactly what this game mode looks like. I'm gonna jump in with the same exact characters because I like these, and these are pretty much the only characters that I have their skills memorized. I had a lot of fun experimenting with them all. I highly suggest, if you are thinking about playing this game, then you do download it during the closed beta, because like I said, you have access to every hero, and that way you can test them out. So when the game does launch, you'll already have somewhat of an understanding of the heroes, and then that can determine which ones you buy. So here's the arena. We start up on this ledge here, and in 5 seconds we're going to jump down, and all we're going to do is just battle it out for 5 minutes. I love this because this is all the PvP I need. I don't need to follow creeps and stuff down lanes and have to worry so much about support characters. I mean, you do at some point, but I just really like this battle style. Another thing that I really like about it is I was watching one of my favorite Twitch streamers the other day, and he was playing this game, and he was just letting all of his subscribers jump into these 3v3 arenas, which was really fun. They only take 5 minutes, so he would just let 5 other people, 5 of his subscribers, jump in, and they would do some serious smack. There's a kill. He would do some serious smack talking, and they would just battle out for 5 minutes and have a lot of fun. It's not like how in Dota 2 or any other MOBA it could take like up to an hour to play a game. You can't do that with all your subscribers, so I really like just this 5-minute easy game. I mean, it's a lot of fun, especially if you know who you're playing against. So that's the 3v3 arena here. I'm not going to stay here and play. I know that's easy to say as I'm getting killed. We're just going to return to the bridge here. That's 3v3 arena in a nutshell. I'm a huge fan of it. That's Master X Master in a nutshell here. I'm actually going to keep playing this game once it launches. I'm probably going to stop now for closed beta because all the progression's wiped anyway. But I've never ever in my entire life been excited about a MOBA until this one. And it's definitely that 3v3 arena and the PvE that's going to make me come back. And let me know what you guys think. Do you just want to play this game for that 5v5 Titan arena and get a new scene from Dota 2? Or are you looking for something new like this? It seems like an easier MOBA to get into, in my opinion. It actually has some action RPG elements as well with all the loot. So it's my kind of game. I actually really enjoy it. Before letting you guys know, I haven't talked about my OP Seat sponsor in a while. OP Seat creates hands down the best gaming chair for your money. It costs around $200, but before you go straight to the website, make sure you check out my full video review here by clicking that button. I go real in-depth on what exactly you're paying for. $200, you better watch your video before you buy something. But if you do decide to get it, don't forget to use discount code ZTT to save yourself 10 bucks off that. And finally, if you want to check out my full written review of this game and you don't want to watch my terrible gameplay, sometimes cringe-worthy gameplay, make sure you click the first link in the description. That's my Sunday morning or Gaming on a Sunday Morning website where I post all my reviews in written form. If you're into that kind of thing, then go ahead. If not, just make sure you're subscribed to see next week's episode. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like down below to help support my channel. And as always, thank you for watching. And please subscribe for more Zach's Tech Turf videos.